Hey, what's up, y'all? I know everyone out there is recording and producing their own podcast, but I'm going to encourage everyone out there to download this free Anchor app. Yes, I said it, free. You can record and produce your very own podcast right then and there on your phone. It's very convenient. You can take it to go. You can do your podcast anywhere and everywhere. I mean, that's dope, man. I'm doing it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I downloaded the app. But like I said, download the free app, the free Anchor app, and start recording your podcast, just like me. Peace.
Right. Yeah. I think he's in. I think he's in. We got him locked in. What's good? What's good? Um, First and foremost, I'd like to thank everyone out there that's tuning in to the podcast. Um, yeah. Where's my damn podcast? That's right. That is right. Um, I got a very special guest. Well, we're gonna introduce him in a sec, but that's right, y'all. We need like I want everyone to to check out the podcast, spread the word, subscribe, like, uh, you know, just do what you gotta do. Support your boy, Um, but anyway, enough of that. I got a very special guest on the line, and he's gonna break it down as far as what he does, and we're definitely gonna get into it. So, like I said, thank you to everyone that's tuning in out there. Um, you know, much respect, and shouts out to my one and only sponsor, Anchor. I need more sponsors, y'all. Holla at me. Um, yeah, but anyway, let's get into this. Um, on the line with me right now, he is a DJ because I also DJ. I not only do stand up, but because that's what I've been doing now lately. But I also DJ. So this guy right here, he DJs as well. And welcome everyone. I'd like to welcome you, Stunts One. What's up, bro?
Yo, 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 what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Man, appreciate you for spending a few moments with us. So on this Sunday, yep,
Word, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're just gonna jump around. There's really you know what I mean. No structure. Um, just obviously I'll have some DJ questions for you, but I just try to keep it loose, and have fun at the same time on this podcast.
Word, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm pretty sure you checked out the U what is that, the U.S. DMC Scratch Finals last night.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I did as well. It was cool. It's a little different this time around, obviously, with the whole COVID thing, because previously that was a live, everything was live prior to that. Not only the world or the U.S. finals, the world championships, and all that, but everything was live at one point in time. But nowadays, things is a little different. But it still was entertaining. What did you think of it? How'd you like the results?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, shout out to Prolifics. Dude's
Cheer.
the homie. Dude's a killer and very, very well deserved. Fourth time U.S. champion, third time DMC U.S. champion. So So shout out to Prolifics. Shout out to my Lost Tone Pros crewmates Dan One and Jay Rain. Shout out to Jay Rain placing third, and shout out to Dan One too for killing it as well. I mean, it was a good battle. It was cool. There was a lot of good cats in it. Shout out to Dopez for taking second.
Yep.
And I mean, everybody came correct, man. It was fun to watch. It was a good battle. Definitely was different. Like, kind of what you were saying. I mean, in years past, this has been an in-person battle. It's definitely different doing it online and virtual with everything going on. But it was definitely a fun battle. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, everyone came with it, man. Everyone brought the heat. Yeah, it's a little interesting there. Scratchy Seal made an appearance. Uh, so that was a little fun there. But yeah, man, let's get into it. How did you get started in DJing? Break that down for us.
Well, I bought my first record in '97, and I didn't have turntables till '99 though. So I started collecting in '97. Finally got a pair of turntables in '99. Prior to that, I was heavily into b-boying, and I did that until mid 2000s. But the music was always kind of my passion more so than anything else when it comes to hip hop. So DJing just kind of fell in naturally, and yeah, got turntables in '99, and just been kind of doing my thing since then.
Yeah. Now, were you into the scratching primarily, or the mixing, or was it both? Which one? Which is which? What were you into more when you got started?
Honestly, like when I first got turntables, I was mixing more so drum and bass than hip hop. I was always like number one a hip hop head, but I was spinning a lot of drum and bass at the time. But once I learned how to mix, I wanted to learn how to beat juggle. I wanted to learn how to scratch. I wanted to get into those like deeper elements of hip hop DJing, and that's what kind of by about 2001 is when I really kind of started getting into scratching.
Okay, that's what's up. Any influences like when you growing up, or when you got started into DJing?
Absolutely, man. Shout out to the B Junkies, Babu, D Styles, J Rock. Watching J Rock mix records, man, is like nothing else. Watching Babs cut and D Styles cut is like nothing else. So, big influences for me were the B Junkies, obviously, ISP. Shout out to Q and Shortcut, D Styles, the whole crew. They were big influences as well. Um, I'm trying to think, DJ Shadow was a big influence of mine back then, on the cutting and production side of things, because I was always heavily into the creation of music as well.
Yeah.
So Shadow was a big influence. Also, like DJ Crush. Shout out to DJ Crush in Japan. He was a big influence of mine as well.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Now, what part are you from? Are you in LA, specifically, or
Not right now. I'm born and raised in Southern California. That's where I'm from, born and raised. 2 years ago, I moved out east. I'm actually back in East Tennessee right now. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
But I'm born and raised in at the LA area. I'm LA to the heart. and I'm hopefully moving back there this year.
Okay, okay, okay. What made you move out to Tennessee? What happened there?
Well, my
If you don't
wife's
mind me asking, yeah. I mean,
yeah, no worries. My wife's parents retired out here, and the rest other additional members of my wife's family live out here. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, they all moved out here as well. And just when it boils down to it, man, just the cost of living is so much cheaper out here
oh, okay,
than
yeah,
Cali. um, and we were looking for a house a couple years ago in Southern California, and just it wasn't working out, and things just seemed to work out better in our favor to
yeah,
come out here. So we decided to move out here right now. But
yeah.
I definitely miss Cali.
Okay, yeah, no, that's what's up. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are moving out from California, whether for like the same reason as like you just mentioned, but just in general, it seems like just people are just getting out of Dodge for some reason. But yeah,
Yeah, no, definitely is. I mean, California is one of the states with the highest population, obviously, but they also have the highest population of people leaving. I don't want. I'm not a political person, so I'm not going to get into all the politics of it. But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, like living in California is tough. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
But
Um,
that's home for me, man. I'm born and raised there. That's home for me for sure.
hell yeah. So uh, kind of going back a little bit, when you got into DJing, like what age, I guess specifically, and then were you doing house parties in high school, or were you doing mobile gigs? Were you part of that scene as well?
I wasn't really part of the mobile scene, if you will. Like, I mean, I definitely have done my fair share of, I've DJ'd weddings before, and,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
I've DJ'd, high school graduation parties and stuff like that. But, like when I started in 97, I was 17 years old. It was junior year of high school for me.
Hmm.
And I was heavily into the Los Angeles rave scene. And like I said earlier, I was heavily
Okay.
into like drum and
Yeah.
bass.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the majority of once I learned how to DJ and started to play out, the majority of the gigs that I was playing was honestly like in the rave scene. I was
Yeah.
playing drum and bass and hip hop events, or in the drum and bass and hip hop rooms in some of the big raves in the early 2000s.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I remember those days. Yeah. Uh, Raves and just different like some of my homies would end up going to one of those events out here in Northern California, and yeah, at one point in time that was a big thing. Obviously, I think I wasn't much into it, but I think it kind of just um, died down a little bit, so to speak. Um, but maybe there was some underground stuff that I wasn't familiar with, but the rape thing was like cracking at one point in time.
Yeah, it definitely was, man. And we had a lot of fun back in those times, man. I miss those times. That was There's a lot of fun stuff going on. I mean, especially in Southern California. I actually have attended and I've gone to some events up in the Bay Area back in that time as well. Um, but yeah, like when in the LA scene, I mean, it was always just grimy underground warehouses,
Yeah.
like it was dope, man. Like I said, I miss it, man. It was dope.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting time. I don't know if you're familiar with Cyberfest. That was kind of the thing out here, the Bay Area, primarily. But I ended up going with a couple of my homies uh, to that event, and man, there was a bunch of people. There was a Cubert on the bill, and I think Babs was on there with a dilated. There was a gang of people. I think even the Roots was out there. Um, Man, it was fun. It's definitely awesome to go to one of those events.
Oh yeah, man. It's funny you talk about Cyberfest because I've been to Cyberfest. Funny story too. Back in like I want to say Cyberfest '99, maybe Cyberfest 2000.
Hmm.
Me and two of my homies from Southern California, we drove up to San Jose. I think it was at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds,
Hmm.
and KRS-One was performing, and I caught a tennis ball with KRS-One's signature on it, and man, we actually got a new car accident driving home the next day back to Southern California. But yo, shout out to Cyberfest, man. We used to go to those events, man, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was a very popular event for a while. But like I said earlier, I think it kind of died down like in the later 2000s or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. But yeah, good times. Man, all right, let's get into well, we'll stay in the DJ thing, but as far as the portable stuff, um,
Hmm.
like how do you feel about it? What's your thoughts on it? Obviously, the last few years, five 5+ years, um, it's gone. But what I'm saying is, like everyone's kind of pretty much getting into it, and since the inception of it, a lot of things have changed as far as equipment wise, people modding their stuff. Um, Man, the early days was you know what I'm saying, like the portable faders. You had to hook it up with the wire, and now and then like I said, people modding it, and then now people are coming out with all in one. I guess, for example, like the Omni portable table, and I want to get my hands on that one. But I think Reloop has one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, like what's your take on the whole portable scene?
I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's been about 5-6 years now since the portable scene has kind of really or has been blowing up, I guess you would say. It definitely, going from where it started like 6 years ago with the very first, portable faders coming out, or even like 7 and 8 years ago with a Frisk fader, I think was the very first portable fader and came
Yeah.
out of Japan. And dude was making faders out of like, they were like gum packets, dude. Like, that I think that's what Frisk faders came from. Like the container was like a gum packet or something. But man, to where it's at now, I think it's great, dude. Like it's progression,
Mhm.
because every movement starts somewhere and gets to a point where, like you said, nowadays, you have these big, huge companies that are worldwide that are actually like putting out equipment that is meant for that, so it's pretty dope to see the growth, um from where it started to now, like, I mean, I remember when I got my first portable fader, and shout out to Van, who runs Raiden Fader. He when he was making his portable faders before the Raiden Fader ever came out, I was one of the very first dudes that ever had one from him.
Okay.
And I still have it today. It's like a prototype before a Raiden fader ever came out.
That's
And
dope.
it's dope because, like, yeah, just the progression to see where it started, and you see to the faders that came out after that, and then Innofader got in the mix, and they started bundling their faders with Innofader, and then now there's portable mixers, and like at the beginning it was like the Vestex Handy Tracks, and then everyone started modding a PTO1, and to your point, as you stated, like, Omni is dropping that new turntable. The reloop spin is dope, man. Like, I finally got my hands on a reloop spin
Yeah.
myself.
I was just
And
gonna ask you about that. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll get into that.
oh yeah, no, it's dope, man. I mean, like, I think the next step really, I mean, all these major companies are extremely close to putting out something that's perfect, but at the same time, like the reloop spin is dope, but the lag time, the latency and the fader and the cut in time, it's just not good enough yet. Like, once there's not much else that these companies need to do, in my opinion, to make their products perfect, like right out the box. I mean, the fact that you can get a reloop spin, just drop an Innofader in it, and 5 minutes later, it's perfect, like, that's dope. So it's really close to being like perfect out the box right now.
Yeah. No, that's what's up. Because yeah, I had CJ Scratch on the podcast not too long ago. He's uh the inventor of the 124C fader, portable fader, and yeah, we were talking about the portable scene as well, and yeah, um and I kind of mentioned that at this point, like, um I mean, I don't mind the mod stuff, like, um uh trying to put in different parts of for the portable turntable, but a- at this point in time, I think I want something out of the box, like right away, like boom. You just want to just cut it up and not have to worry about the all the other stuff, and then ordering different parts. Yeah, like like, do you feel the same way, or do you like, are you a scientist and you just want to tinker with stuff or mod stuff?
No, I'm not at all, man. I'm not like technically inclined like that, like I'm the same as you, man. I want to, like I was stating before, like I think these companies are very close. I mean, they do their 95% of the way there.
Yeah.
I mean, within the next year or two, I really hope and feel that something's going to get released that is just right out the box perfect.
Yeah.
you know um but you got to try to, it's hard to cater to everybody, like, and I understand that from these companies, they're trying to put out the best product that caters to everyone, but in the sense of that, you really can't please everybody all the time, so they're getting really close. It's just a couple things they need to do, but I'm like you, man. I want to take it out of the box and not modify it at all and just be perfect.
Yeah. I
um
just want to just take it out of the box and just go, and then yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I think I personally think like a lot of it with that though is everybody has, again, it's hard to please everyone,
Hmm.
and everybody has their own ideas of what they feel is perfect out of the box,
Yeah.
like, so it's hard for these companies to put something out, and then additionally, if whatever you consider quote unquote perfect out of the box is like, there's a lot of money involved in that, dude, because all the modifications with better tone arms and needles and better faders and Bluetooth and better speakers and whatever it is, that all adds into the price of the portable itself.
Hmm.
And I know these companies are trying to keep the cost down as much as possible, so that's kind of something else to take into consideration. I don't think these companies want to put something out that A is quote quote unquote perfect, but also costs the end consumer, $500 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense because yeah, at the end of the day, it's money, comes down to money, and the more you're trying to make it perfect, the more you put into it, the high possibility of it costing a little more. Um, in which case, a lot of us we don't want to try to spend too much on something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we try to like yeah, if I was to buy something right now, like I believe like the Omni is like 300 something bucks. That's decent. That's a good price range. Maybe I can go up to 400, but after that might be a stretching it a little bit there.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they're these companies are at a good spot where you get a good portable turntable for a good price point right now, and whatever mods you want to do to it, to each their own. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
if you want to put a different fader in, cool. If you want to put a better platter on, cool. If you want to add a better tone arm and needle, cool. If you want to add ultra pitch or start and stop or Bluetooth or whatever it is, cool. It's kind of like, I think that's what's dope though, because that also helps companies like Jesse Dean and a lot of these companies out there that are just making, Bahari, and companies that are making portable um, upgrades, I guess. I don't know, I guess you could call them.
yeah,
It allows them to exist in the same means, so.
yeah. So okay, I follow you on IG, and man, like I'm just like a fan of anything DJ related, anything with the portable stuff, and so I've been following you for like I don't know how long, but I've seen you throw down some cuts on your IG, your ill scratcher, bro, and and so that's why I was like, you know what, I got to bring him on, and like I support a lot of people, even like people that are just trying to push the culture, and just doing DJ related stuff. I'm in the next couple days. I'm gonna have one of the homies from LA. I'll have him on. I think he goes by the name of I Nemesis. I think he does scratch loopers and stuff too. So and so I'll have him on pretty soon. But just people like yourself, just trying to push the culture. And I'm just a fan, just kicking back and just enjoying what everyone has to kind of offer and stuff. So, man, yeah, just salute to you, bro. So, yeah,
No, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I'm the same way. I'm a fan of this culture. I'm a fan of the art of DJing. I'm a fan of the art of turntablism and cutting, and everyone has something to offer. You know what I mean? That's what's cool about this kind of like the cutting and scratching and DJ community. Everybody has something to offer, man. Like, people are putting out loopers, people are putting out new scratch techniques, people are putting out, portable stuff, people are putting out modifications,
yeah,
people are, everybody is everybody in this scene is active. People have radio shows, people have podcasts,
yeah,
everybody's doing something. And that's what's dope about it. And like you said, you're having iNemesis on the podcast next week. Shout out to iNemesis. That's the homie. He's from my crew, Lost Tone Pros, Scratcher LA, Carpal Cutters. That's the homie, man.
yeah,
Dude's a killer. He's been around forever. Shout out to him as well. But yeah, man, I'm the same as you, man. I'm a fan of all of this.
yeah, yeah, man. Speaking of Lost Tone Pros, that was gonna my next leading question. Um, so obviously you're part of that crew. How did that crew came about, and who was in the crew?
Man, well, the crew's been around since the late '90s,
Mm-hmm.
honestly. But I wasn't affiliated with the crew until about like 6 years ago, like early 2014 or 7 years ago, probably. Early 2014. I linked up with Lotus and Jay Rain, and eventually after chilling with them, I used to go to Lotus's pad like once or twice a week, and we used to session and practice. And eventually they hit me up to be part of the crew. Um, so yeah, I've been around with them, been down with them for like 6, 7 years now. Cats that are in the crew, man, it's hard. There's, myself, Lotus, J Rain, I am Nemesis, Dan One, Undercut, DJ A1, um, Jules. Um, Man, I'm like drawing crazy blanks right now.
Davers in there. Davers.
Yeah, shout out to Davers.
Yeah.
Shout out to Why Not.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shrek, dude, the homie Shrek. Shout out to Rolling Blunts, dude. Shout out to um, Manny, Yo Fresco. Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Man, dude, there's so many cats, dude. I'm like literally there's like 25 of us, dude. I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like so like I'm just
Uh,
blanking on everybody, but
no,
yo,
that's
man,
what's up.
it's
That's all good. Yeah, that's what's up. And so um, all right, let's dive into your scratch record. Uh, so for those that don't know, another I guess key part into this whole portable scene is developing your own scratch record. And at one point in time, in the early days, I, I don't know if you experienced this, but like when I got started and started buying the portable turntable and the fader, like there wasn't a whole lot of scratch 7 inches. You know what I mean? Like you kind of, I mean, you kind of had to go dig in your crates to like maybe find one of those you know what find one of those 7 inches that had some phrases on it. But but obviously it's come a long ways with the scene. Everyone's putting out scratch records. Let's talk about your uh, new scratch record, which is a Scratch Feud. Um, I seen that surfacing like on online. I believe like maybe a few months ago or something like that, or a couple months ago, somewhere around there. And um, yeah, let's talk about that project. Like, how did that came about? What made you put out a 7 inch record?
well, yeah, I released that record October 1st was the release date for that record. Um, the whole Scratch Feud, like the logo and everything, is kind of a play on Family Feud, that
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
show.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, um, I the shout out to Jay Rain. Jay Rain made that logo for me, man. Like 7 years ago, long time ago. That Scratch Food logo has been around. Like on the very first Lost Tone Pros looper we ever put out, like in 2014 or 2013, that Scratch Food logo was on it. Like so that logo's been around for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been something I've wanted to do for a long time. It just took me until now to actually do it. But yeah, it comes from Family Feud, the show.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I wanted to do like a spin on Family Feud is my family, I was on the show Family Feud back in 2004.
No way.
Yeah, for real. So my family was on the show, and ever since then, dude, like for the past 16, 17 years, I've been thinking about putting something out about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, about 6, 7 years ago, I asked Jay Rain to help me with a logo, and it's been something I've been wanting to put out or work on ever since. In the past 3 or 4 years, I've been involved with like 3 7 inches total. Our crew linked up with Scratcher, with Paul and Mike and Wondercut,
Mm-hmm.
and we did the Bubonic release in 2016,
Oh yeah, I got that
and
one.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and then in 2017, a year, 6 months later, myself and Zala Media, shout out to Chris. We put out Black Tuesday, that
Oh,
seven
okay. You were
inch.
part of that. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
me and Chris Zala Media put out Black Tuesday, and then ever since then, I've about a year and a half ago, I decided I was going to start putting out my first solo. So I kind of started working on Scratch Feud like August 2019, like man, like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And yeah, it took a while, but it was something I wanted to do. So I spent about a year digging for samples, finding the right stuff I wanted to do, and recording it all, and um, just finding the placement that I wanted, and recording all the sequencing. And then I hit up the homie DJ A1. Shout out to A1. He helped with the mastering of the record,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put it out. It's something I always wanted to do, and I just decided to find it was time to do it.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. No. Salute on that project, man. Like that must be an incredible feeling to put out a project like that. You know, something that you did, and a scratch 7 inch. I mean that had to be something. Were you excited uh, overall, or how did you feel when you put that out?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, I was excited when I released the record, and at the same time, you're kind of nervous, and at the same time, you're kind of scared too, because they say everybody, you're your own worst critic.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
your own worst enemy, and there comes a time when you just gotta, what, just bite the bullet and release what you got.
yeah,
So it's kind of scary too to release a project like that, but the response that I've gotten from people all over the globe has been great. So it's cool. It's very exciting, and at the same time very humbling to release a project.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? You mentioned Undercut earlier on the program. Shouts out to Undercut because I've been talking to him offline and stuff, and he actually kind of helped me with my portable that I have now. He kind of just tweak some stuff internally. Had to like rewire some stuff. Um, but I had one of my homies out here help me put that together. My portable, but I sent something happened with my portable, so I ended up sending it out to Undercut. And because he's really obviously into the scene, and he does all the mod stuff, and I was like, I hit him up one day. I was like, yo bro, I need help with this, and he said, yeah, you just send it over and and whatever, and we'll get it corrected and stuff. And he actually he just sent back my portable like a few months back, and he threw in your scratch feud.
Oh, word.
Yeah, and actually, I was thinking about purchasing it, but he didn't tell me which one he was gonna throw in. He just threw it in there, and then when I got it, I was like, oh shit, okay, scratch feud, that's what's up. Like so, So I don't know if it's a test press or not. But I got your scratch feud, and I ended up finally cutting on it. I posted the video, and I think I tagged you on there on the video and stuff. But it's cool, man. It's a dope record. Dope.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Undercut. That's the homie. Yeah, I'll check out the video. I'm not sure if I've seen it or not. If I haven't, I
No,
apologize.
no, no,
But
no worries, no worries. Yeah, yeah. No,
I'll check it out for sure. And I always tell people, like, if they post videos, tag me, hashtag scratch food, and I'll, as soon as I see it, I'll repost it.
yeah.
You know, but that's dope. Undercut through that record,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's the homie. Shout out to Undercut.
Yeah, shouts out to Undercut, man. But you know what? I was just saying, thinking earlier, you mentioned Family Feud. I was like, you know what, man? Forget this portable talk. Let's talk about the Family Feud. How was that experience, bro? Like you were actually on it, like on the show.
Yeah. It's I was on the show. Me, my sister, my mom, my dad, and my uncle. At the beginning, I'll be honest, I didn't want to do it. Like my sister was the one who kind of like signed my family up to go.
Yeah.
And man, we had to go to Hollywood like 3 or 4 times because there's like all these like there's a big process to
Yeah.
get on the show where like interviews where they interview your family and ask you questions. There's all this stuff. And then even when you go to like a taping of the show, like they have like 20 families that go to a taping and only like 8 of them are going to get on the show because like they're like, you might get on, you might not, but you have to come, so it was like a long process.
Yeah.
And at the time, like I said, I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't really want to do it. But in the end, it was cool, man. Like my family, we were on 4 different nights in a row. So we won 3 nights in a row, and we lost our 4th game. So when they aired it, we taped it like it was like August of 2014, and then it was on TV in September 2014, and then yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. Like there's actually like someone put some of the footage up on YouTube, so you could actually go on YouTube. This is kind of embarrassing, but I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
You can go on YouTube, type in the Family Feud, type in the Adams family. My last name is Adams, and there's a couple episodes. There's 1 or 2 of the 4 episodes at least on Family Feud. So go on there and check it out. Shit's kind of funny.
And Stunts won on Family Feud, man.
Yeah, dude, it's a trip, man. 2004, dude, it's a long time ago, but it was a fun experience. I'm glad my family did that.
That's what's up, man. I mean, man, bro, yeah, I was just gonna suggest put it in your bio. Scratch nerd / Family Feud contestant.
Yeah, man. A couple cats have asked me about that over the days and the time, and everyone trips out when I tell them that I was on the show. Cats trip out on it.
Oh yeah, man. Like as a kid, man, I grew up like watching that shit. Like obviously Price is Right and all the different game shows. But that's cool. I don't know if you noticed, but I saw this this is actually related to Family Feud as well. I don't know if you heard about this, but I guess DJ Trap's family was on there as well. I don't know if he was on there specifically, but I guess his family was on there. So yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew that.
No shit. Yeah, no, I didn't know. That's what's up though. Like,
hey, these DJs are getting into Family Feud.
what was it recently or?
I think it might have been like within the last few years, maybe 4 or 5 years, maybe. Because I've seen it online. Somebody I believe he posted it or something.
Word.
Yeah. It might have been like on Facebook or something.
Word. That's dope. Yeah, no. Yeah, ours was a long time ago,
Yeah.
but Ours, when I was on it, the host was Richard Karn.
Okay. Oh, with the white
He
dude, I
would,
think.
yeah, with
Okay.
the beard, the
Yeah.
dude from Tool Time. He was
Oh, yeah. Okay. Was that Al Borland or something? The character?
yeah, yes, exactly that. He was the host when we were on the show. Exactly. Al Borland, dude, Tool Time, bro.
Yeah, we're taking a trip down to memory lane, bro.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a trip, man. It's a funny memory though. It's cool, man. It was something fun that my family did, and forever be grateful for Family Feud, man. Shout out to Family Feud.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. So we'll probably wrap it up in a few minutes here. Uh, any new projects coming out that you guys are working on or gonna be coming out with uh anything in the works?
Actually, yeah, I've got two projects that I'm working on right now. One of them is a another solo release, and one of them is a collaboration release with one of the homies from the LA area. Um, I don't want to give anything away right now, but
Yeah.
shout out to the homie. We're working on a collaboration record right now. So there will be two releases this year, 2021. The first one is going to be a collaboration with one of the homies. We're planning on doing a 7-inch, and we're probably going to do a 12-inch as well. So stay tuned for that in the next few months.
Bam. There you go. There you go. Man, shit, Stunts one, bro. I appreciate you for spending some time with us. It was fun having you on, and um, yeah, man. Where can they check you out on the social media?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. It was definitely it was good times, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Um, Social media, the only social media I'm on is Instagram, at Stunts One. Hit up the crew at Lost Tone Pros. Um, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on anything else. So just hit me up on Instagram at Stunts One.
There it is. There it is. Check him out on Instagram. Shit. Support the homie. Go get his fucking record, y'all, man. Just Scratch Feud. That's the record he has out right now. So yeah, go hit that up. Support the homie. As far as my stuff, where's my damn podcast? That's right. Be sure to share the podcast, like, comment, review it, whatever. Thumbs up, thumbs down, hate on it, whatever, man. Do what you gotta do, man. All I'm trying to do is just spread some goodness out into the universe. Just talking to different people like Stunts One. He's a DJ, but my two passions right now, uh, DJing and comedy. So I'm just trying to uh, bring some goodness to the world. So yeah, man. Uh, Check it out. Where's my damn podcast? Yeah. Stunts One. Appreciate it, brother. Man, I'll definitely support any projects you got coming up, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, bro.
Likewise, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.